Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Before we get on Trump, we're actually going to talk a little bit about, we're going to do an update on Charlie Kirk. And then we're going to move on to some other things that, frankly, are a lot more, they're impactful for our lives. For me, Charlie Kirk is not impactful in relation to my life. I have much more important things to be focused on than what happened to Charlie Kirk. So, just want to be clear about that. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Now, let me be clear about that. Good afternoon, Dark Man and Gravy for All and Vanilla. Vanilla. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hey, AJ. I wasn't a fan of Charlie's either. So that's why I said it really doesn't have a huge impact on my life. Hey, Richard. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Tawana. Dead. Sassy T. Bling Chick. Good afternoon to all of you. Yeah, you know, what happened to Charlie doesn't have a huge impact on my life because I wasn't a Charlie Kirk fan. Happy Friday to you, too. Honestly, AJ, no, I wouldn't agree with that. He was brainwashed by America. America taught him. It's like another MAGA that's in here. You guys can't see him because TikTok blocked his comment, but the guy, you know, a bot account, yeah, that one that I just blocked, yeah. It's like a lot of men in America that they lack self-esteem, they lack motivation, inspiration. Some of them lack education. And because of those things, they're mediocre in their lives. And there's no option of getting out of that mediocrity without doing something. And the problem is most of them won't do anything because they have a victim complex. You know, like Modus Edge right here. Modus is another low education voter that I have to boot out of my live. Because this is a live frequency discussion that we have here. So we get rid of people. No, America did teach them that. See, it's a couple things America will teach you. America teaches you how to be racist, hateful, lazy. America teaches you a lot of things, especially when you're not white. When you're white, they teach you a lot of things. Trust me on this. I'm 50 years old. I've seen a lot. It teaches you a lot more than you think. Yep, sure does. It's just the problem is a lot of people don't want to be honest about it because they were educated on a lie. And instead of being honest that their entire lives were lies, to your point, AJ, that they're programmed because they don't want to see it, they don't want to hear it, because their entire identity is everything they've been programmed to believe in. So if you have to tell them, right, and explain it to them what it really is, they crash out. AJ, that's another place I'm going to disagree with you. There is freedom of speech. It's just that people don't understand what freedom of speech actually means. Freedom of speech is not freedom from no consequences. That's not what that is. You understand? Freedom of speech is not freedom from loss of consequences. You know, let me send Harold packing real quick because Harold talking too loud and can't no man come in my live and talk to me like that and think they gonna stick around. Listen, you talking too much, Harold, and you was talking loud and you were talking wrong. Listen, the thing is that a lot of people they're so you know, like I said, programmed, right? And where freedom of speech is, a lot of people confuse freedom of speech with freedom of no consequences. You have the right and freedom to say anything you want. Anything you want, right? You have a right, but you don't have a freedom from your consequences. If you do some silly shit when you're not at work, right? If you're not at work, right? Hold on. I don't like people who stutter and repeat themselves too. You can't come in and spam my comments. I don't allow that either. Bye. Hold up, I must put it into that too. Bye, Essie. Don't forget to write. I promise I won't read the letter. I don't allow those things in my life. See, when you clean it up and you get rid of the trash and the distractions, you're able to pay attention to other things. I'm just saying, you said recognizing that we're privileged is enough to short. A lot of people get short-circuited by it, Matthew. A lot of people, you know, that look like you, Matthew. That's why I said the conversation needs to happen in your own community. Not my job to teach people how not to be ignorant. That's not my job. That's their own job. They need to go seek information and knowledge for self. That's what people have to learn how to do and understand you've been programmed. Yeah, Utah has something old school, but only in America do folks get excited about that. You know what I mean? Like, I get excited about booting people like Prince Malik. Y'all should see. I boot royalty too. I do not discriminate here. Just when you think you just were that close to making it, you weren't that close to making it, beloved. I keep telling y'all who troll, y'all not that smart. You don't read books. That's why you come in and say the same shit over and over again, which makes it really easy for me to identify you and know that you're either a bot or you're low education. Either way, I don't associate with you. Oh, my block finger real quick, Ashley. They be testing it all the time. But yeah, I want to be clear that, you know, freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. And I'm also not a big fan of doing revisionist history and making it seem like Charlie Kirk was a good guy. Charlie Kirk was not a good person. He was a deplorable person. And the reason why you guys haven't seen me do a video about it, because I don't give a shit about Charlie Kirk. And just my luck, that video goes viral and then he gets more attention. No, sir. Let his legacy live on for the trash legacy that it is. Somebody that's a racist, a misogynist, a xenophobe, an anti-Semitic. So to me, I don't spend my time, I'm not going to spend my time what I would call a tribute video to him. I'm not doing that. Let MAGA crash out. MAGA going to crash out because those are people that are always looking for things to crash out on. Exactly speaking, the thing we need to be focused on is those Epstein files. And that all of the Republicans in the Senate voted to block the release of those Epstein files. Again, they're still protecting predators. And I want to know why. Oh, two things can be true, Beryl. It could be a sad way to go, but he was still a deplorable ass person. So I'm not going to forget that. Good day to you, Beryl. Don't forget to write. You can't stick around. I just wanted you to hear that part. Yep. And the person involved that they did apprehend today, the suspect that they apprehended, is a Republican. Comes from a Republican household. Father was in police enforcement. You know? So again, indoctrinated in their own environment. What did I tell y'all? They listen to so much radical shit that they become even more radicalized. You are never far enough one way or the other. Now, it sounds like this guy was more of a traditionalist in terms of because of his perspectives in relation to why he was mad at Charlie Kirk. So he seems to be more of an old school traditional Republican because of some of the things that he was talking about. And so he was upset. Hey, Miss Blue Love. He was upset by conversations and initiatives and things that Charlie was for. He was heavily against. You know? You know, he was heavily against. So, again, I knew that one. And isn't it interesting right now? Thank you so much, Carlos. You know what's interesting? Just a couple of days ago, conservatives were calling for a civil war. Now, since they've realized it's one of their own, now they're sitting quiet because they're waiting for, I want y'all to understand what's happening. They're waiting for their marching orders, right? They have to be told what their speaking points are. See? They have to be told, and until they get told what they're supposed to say, right? They're going to stay quiet. That's why you won't hear from them. Because they don't know what they're supposed to say yet. They don't know what they're supposed to say yet. Jerry, you're not allowed to be here, beloved. I don't talk with MAGA. Go talk with somebody who cares. I don't. What do they say? He asked me that question. No. No. Layla. Hello. They never tried to lock him up like they lock up Andrew Tate. Well, they should lock up Andrew Tate. But Trump wanted Andrew Tate out and brought back to the United States to keep communities safe, I guess, according to him. I just look at it like, wow. And that's why I look at conservative women and go, conservative men love you so much. They support predators like Andrew Tate. Okay? All right? Thank you, Bern. I'm glad I look like a cartoon. I'm glad. That means I'm cute. And I have washcloths. That's what that means. I know you mad. It's okay. It's all right. I can never have my feelings hurt by people who don't use washcloths. I told y'all, it's impossible to hurt my feelings when I know you don't wash behind your neck and your ears. Come on. It is impossible to have my feelings hurt by y'all when y'all just let the water run down past your knees. You don't wash down there. Like, why would I be offended? Like, really? I love me some MAGA. I go to the dentist regularly. That's why I get it. That's why they mad. And look, I still got, look, I got my side teeth. That's how you know I'm not on that Medicaid dental. Dang, they get so mad. Damn. Thank y'all for joining me. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, Laura. I just make sure that I brush and floss. Thank you so much, Claire. I just brush and floss. You understand? Remember when I told you my ankle and my foot was swole because that cat had bit me? That's when I was feeling that. I said, oh, no. I can't be like this when I talk about Trump, and the same thing about my girl. My mom always said there are a couple of things you got to make sure, no exceptions that you always pay attention to. Your feet, your hands, with your hands and nails, all of that stuff. Just making sure they clean. They ain't got to be fancy. You understand? Your teeth and your skin. Bam. And most of the people that get mad at me don't prioritize any of those things. So why would I get mad? I thank y'all for joining me this afternoon. I only ask you to do a couple of things while you're here. Tapping is clapping. If you could tap that like button for me, I appreciate it so much. And if you could hit that copy link for me, you don't even have to send it to anybody. But copy link counts as a share. And I appreciate that very much. It just helps to boost my live. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, America is a third world country at this point. I put up a video earlier where I talked about, everybody's so sidetracked because I told you Congress loves when you're distracted, because when you're distracted, Congress is all the time doing sneaky shit when you're not paying attention. And this time it's no different. So while you're all up in arms about Trump and the National Guard and all these things, and then you got Charlie Kirk going about, let me remind you of something that's extremely important, okay? Extremely important. The House has put together, the House Rules Committee has put together a group of bills that they're going to discuss on Monday. They're meeting at Monday at 4 p.m. because they're hoping around that time you're not paying attention no ways. And those bills, a couple of them include the ability for the President of the United States to be the ones to choose chief judges for D.C. In addition to that, they also want to be able to lower the age in which a minor can be tried as an adult in D.C. to age 14. Catch it. Listen. They want to be able to change the policing in D.C. to make it so that the police can more easier do high-speed chases and put communities in danger just so they can chase people. Right? Okay. That's another thing Congress want to change. Instead of letting the citizens of D.C. decide how they're policed, the federal government wants to take over control of D.C. again and determine how they police. Then you got the D.C. Crime Act, where they're using the DC Crime Act, like I told you guys about earlier, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it because I mentioned it, like I said, in a video that I posted earlier. With the DC Crimes Act, they want to limit, when you can be classified as youth. Right now, DC has it from 24 on down. They want to limit it now from 18 on down. They want to repeal any ability to rehabilitation, probation, any of those things. They don't want to allow none of that stuff for juveniles. They want them to go to jail. Y'all see what's happening? They want them jailed. They don't want to do probation. They want to strike that and not have it from 15 to 24. Only from 15 to 18. That's it. Once you hit 19, you're fucked. You're an adult. Yet, MAGA right now is calling that 22-year-old responsible for Charlie Kirk's death a young man, a young guy who he shouldn't throw his whole life away. They want to institute mandatory minimums again in D.C. Not the local elected officials. Congress wants to implement mandatory minimums again. Haven't we already went through mandatory minimum sentencing in America and saw that it didn't work? That's not a good thing. To give judges some discretion. Didn't we say that? I love when I boot MAGA and I don't even mention their name. It's the most beautiful thing because I know that screen pop up. They'd be like, what? Oh, listen to Thrive in LA. Honey, you're a slave even if you think you're free. You working a job, you still a slave. Beloved, you still a slave. You just ain't know it. You think you free because you can buy shit. But you a slave to the shit that you buy. You a slave to your debt. You a slave to your employer because you got to pay them fucking bills. You ain't never free. You know why? Because you keep letting rich people run you. You said 9 times out of 10 they mad at a parent. No, that's not the only reason why they mad. One of the reasons why America has more people doing mass pew-pews or using pew-pews to do things are a multitude of things. It's economics. See, when you keep poor people poor and then you making middle-class people poor and you making it so all the money roll up to the top, you stressing people out. What the fuck you think, how people gonna act? They don't have good health insurance to go get the help that they need for any mental situations they're having or any stresses they're having in their life. They can't go get the necessary help that they need because you take the health insurance, right? Housing too is too expensive. They're struggling every month to make sure they can just barely keep a roof over their heads. This is what's happening every day. You're right, Heather. You know what you can thank Obama for? Me reminding you that I like the crust cut off my sandwiches, lightly toasted, little mayo. Bye, beloved. I don't listen to no fucking conservative women. I don't allow conservative women in my lives at all. I will not allow you to waste your husband's internet without him. The only way I will talk about your issues is through your husband. I only listen to conservative men, and I don't really listen to them, but I'm certainly not going to listen to conservative women. Y'all say women should be seen and not heard, then stop talking to me. Go cook something. Go get ahead for that laundry for the weekend. Because there's nothing you can say to me that I'm even remotely interested in hearing at all. I'm not nice to MAGA. I don't pretend to be, I don't stab a Scooby and Scrappy Doo, y'all. Y'all know how they do. I don't pretend to be nice to MAGA. Like when they're talking all that shit right now about empathy and this, that, and the other. Charlie Kirk didn't care about empathy. He said empathy was something that was made up. So why are they expecting me to be empathetic about Charlie Kirk? I'm not. I'm not. Y'all better learn to stop being nice to people that don't deserve you to be nice to them. Sometimes people don't deserve that. Sometimes you have to match energy. Sometimes you really do. Yeah, Nano, you found a real. I don't play that stuff with him. In the beginning, I used to try to talk to them. Then I realized I forgot that thing my mother said. My mother says, if you argue with an idiot, if you argue with an idiot, you end up with 2 idiots. So I don't do that. You understand? I don't do that. That is a waste of time and space. No. They're going to believe whatever they're going to believe, right? But guess what? Guess what? They're still poor. My dogs are crying. My dog. Just go ahead downstairs, y'all, because they're going to bark until you go. Just go ahead where you going to go, please. Hurry up, please. Y'all hear Scooby and Scrappy Doo? You're going to have to get out of that area. He's not going to be quiet until you do. Y'all hear Scooby Doo? He like, I'm going to say something. As long as you have your, my husband, his cousin came over. So as long as he's in there too, my dogs are going to talk. Hey, 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 shut up. So now that they're gone downstairs, he don't care. If he don't see it, he okay. Not the dog looking for MAGA, maybe. His voice don't need to be heard. He need to be quiet. He need to go count something. I'm like, I'm out there to see quiet now because they gone down to the basement. So because of that, he don't care now. He won't care again until they come back up the stairs. He won't care until then. Right. Well, he's a big dog like Marmaduke. That's why it sounded like that. Thank you so much, the Pink Panther. I appreciate that. But it's just like I tell y'all, pay attention to all this other stuff that's happening. Congress is doing this stuff while you're not paying attention. No, my dog's not a Republican. He's a registered independent. Because he don't want all of that political paraphernalia in his mailbox. He don't want all of that. He don't want all of that. Uh-oh, MAGA's coming in. I take it that mean Walmart must have a special right now. So they popping in, y'all. Y'all see them. They popping in. But yeah, while you guys are paying attention to all this other stuff, Congress is trying to do that. And understand, if they get this passed to do in D.C., then it becomes a blueprint for them to do in their respective state houses. See, they need that labor that they pushed out with immigrants. I told y'all they're going to get that labor one way or the other. They're going to get that labor one way or the other. I told y'all. And they're going to start off getting it with your kids. Then they're going to get it with you if they can get it from you. And if not, they're going to make you have more babies and then get those babies to grow up and work for them. At 14 years old, they want to charge you as an adult at 14. At 14. They want to marry you away at 14. But then not give you no rights over your body if you're a woman, girl. You have no rights over your body. Only government men get to reign supreme over your body and tell you what you could do with it. You're going to get slave wages and jobs. You ain't going to have no protections because your government done worked in cahoots with big business to make sure that you stay poor. You stay just above the poverty line, maybe right, just enough where you can't get no help, but not too much that you always are so poor you can't never get out of it. You just surviving. That's how they're setting up. The system is, that's what the system is, especially if you're all the way at the bottom. Especially if you're all the way at the bottom. And quiet is kept, the middle class is getting close to the bottom. Yeah, because when you go to the grocery store, you counting stuff, you adding shit up. You're not doing like you used to, where you could just go to the store and just throw stuff in the cart. See, in the middle, you used to be able to. In the past, you could just throw stuff in the cart. Just throw it in the cart. It was nothing. Not now. Now your ass is counting. Now your ass is running math, mental math in your head. before you put something in that cart. You checking, you reading labels, looking at how much you getting. You thinking about that. Hold on for a second. I had to fix something. I was blocking a MAGA because, you know, right now, conservatives are trying to compare Charlie Kirk to Martin Luther King. What? Did he bring races together? Is that what they're saying? Maybe that's what they're trying to say. They say he's like Martin Luther King. He's the opposite. Martin was trying to bring everybody together, and Charlie just wanted to bring races together. I think that was it. Yeah. Charlie was bringing races together. Because he sure as hell never bought his gums in conjunction with his teeth properly. That's the part that unnerved me the most. Every time he smiled, it was like looking at Pennywise. Like I'm not liking this. You have more gums than you have teeth. Something ain't right here. No, I'm not at a real podium, Zach. It's okay. Yeah, I said Pennywise because that's the feeling I get. You know how when you look Pennywise in the face, you get that uneasy feeling? That's the feeling I got every time Charlie smiled. I was just always like, I don't like that. Ugh, stop doing that. No. Bro was all gums and little bitty teeth. People with really tiny teeth and a lot of gums always make me a little nervous. Now he was shocked to see a black god. Listen. No, he was shocked to get there and they go, ho. Stop where you going. No. You taking the elevator downstairs, brother. You know you're not up here with us. Because we told you before you look, we told you to watch that black woman's live on TikTok where she told you that in Republican heaven you got to at least have $500 million in your account and you don't, so you got to go downstairs. We sorry, but we not sorry, brother. We know that you love billionaires, but if you ain't got the money, bye-bye. And that laughing that you hear, that's the angels in Republican heaven going, did he really think he was getting in? No. You need money to get in up here. These VIP tables only according to conservatives. According to conservatives, heaven is full of riches and money and they popping bottles and got tables. They got bottle service in heaven. According to Republicans. You know. That's why I always say if Jesus came back today, you say I need God, Matthew. Really? Well, Matthew, I pray for Matthew to get a washcloth by Matthew. See, Matthew said, I need God. Now, and look at me. I'm still vouching for Matthew. Because I'm paying for him to find a washcloth. Yep. What Martin say? Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. I agree, Scott. It's extremely disturbing that people don't like washcloths. Bye, Scott. I think you're one of them. I tell you, listen, anybody can catch the work. It really doesn't matter. If I think that you're up to shenanigans, you out of here. Okay? We don't play that up in here. Say it again, Matthew. I think he thought he was going to get to stick around. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're having real conversation here. Now, they always upset with me, Onyx, but they about to get real upset because we got to have a conversation about Trump, right? No disrespect to Charlie. I don't give a fuck about that. We got to talk about something that's more important. This. Y'all see when y'all president was gangster leaning yesterday? Did y'all see when bruh face was slurping yesterday? Huh? Did you see it? Because I saw it. I saw it. There's something going on. But I thought they said, bro, man, listen, I know it's petty for me to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. I thought they said Trump was 6'3", 230 pounds. Bruh was just NFL draft ready in January. How the hell he go from being NFL draft ready in January, being Thor in January? How does he go from that to being like Big Mama in a short amount of time? How? Remember they told us Donald Trump was the healthiest 79-year-old on the planet. And I was like, because that was the White House doctor said. And I said, that White House doctor, all of his other patients must be deceased. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Remember, I told y'all, Sam Jackson is 76. Samuel L. Jackson is 76. This man is 79, going on 80 now. I already showed you what the ankles and the legs was looking like. I already showed you. There is something going on with the President of the United States' health, and the White House is not talking about it. And don't forget, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. I don't want us to forget about that. Because they would love for you to forget about it. Speaking of McDonald's, did y'all saw that picture that was floating around the internet a couple of days ago where the White House had given Caroline Leavitt, I think it was some cupcakes or donuts or something, as a happy birthday to her, right? But when you go back and pay attention to that picture, look all the way down at the edge of the table, enlarge the picture and zoom in. There was a basket of McDonald's breakfast sandwiches at the edge of the table. I saw that nano with the cupcakes. Trump loved McDonald's so much. They just got McDonald's sandwiches. It's like, okay, anybody ever seen The Longest Yard, that one with Adam Sandler? Remember when Terry Crews was the guy that always had the McDonald's stuff? You know, he could pull out nuggets from anywhere, sandwiches from anywhere. He in prison, but he always had McDonald's. That's how the White House is looking these days. Like they just popping McDonald's out of everywhere. I'm like, hold up, y'all like Listen, I like McDonald's. Don't get it. What they say, baby back, bitch, baby back, bitch. Listen, I love McDonald's, but I don't like it like that. You understand? Not to be having that shit in a basket on a table for somebody to just pick it up. And then who gonna eat cold ass McDonald's? You understand? You said Missouri passed gerrymandered map, gaining 1 rep seat. Okay, but more Democratic states need to be doing the same thing. Real talk. Enough. There's no more being nice to Republicans if this is what they want to do. I always tell y'all that. Don't panic. Be focused on talking to your elected officials and making sure they do the shit they're supposed to do. Thank you so much, I Don't Hang. Y'all got to learn to stop being nice to people that frankly could care. They don't like you. They genuinely do not like you. They want to see you fail. They want you homeless on the streets, destitute, poor, and begging. Begging people for basic necessities. That's what they want for you. That's why I'm looking at the Senate, and I'm looking at how Republicans changed some rules today to fast forward some of Trump's nominees, right? So that Democrats can't block anything. And Democrats, my only thing is, you ever get in power in that chamber again, you better plow as much shit through as possible. You better learn to show them, don't fuck with us. If you start breaking rules, we gonna show you how to break rules, and you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it, because we gonna make it real uncomfortable for you. Democrats have to be more aggressive in their messaging. When you're running up against a Republican in office, be outright. This person over here in the Republican Party, they vote to keep you poor. Call it out. This person here voted to get rid of your health insurance. Ask him what you're going to do when you lose your health insurance. Now, and then say he's going to lie to you and say you're not going to lose it. That's only because he don't want to tell you that ain't nothing you can do. You just going to just not have insurance and you're going to be fucked. He don't want to tell you that because he's a coward. He would rather feed you lies. See, I say these things because I'm hoping that a Democrat somewhere in America that's running for office sees me. You need to hire me to help you with your fucking messaging. Because I'm telling you, Gavin Newsom, he gets it. That nice shit ain't going to get you nowhere. That nice shit will I've been saying for years at home, Democrats are weak because they come across as weak. All that, they go low, we go high. I'm not an Obama. My last name is not Obama. When they go low, I go to fucking hell. I'm about to take your ass to purgatory. You better not go there with me. Because, see, I'm the person that's going to pull out all your dirty laundry. Hey, ain't you been married 4 times? You cheated on your first 3 wives and you're cheating on your current wife now? She don't know it yet, but she will when those pictures come out that I gave to the Inquirer. Listen. Listen. Y'all better stop being nice. You can't be nice to these people. Call them out on their hypocrisy. This guy here tells you he's a Christian. He's so much of a Christian, he created himself an account on Grindr. I think he thought he was on the Christian dating site, but he probably shouldn't be on there anyway because his wife probably wouldn't agree with that. But I figure I just put it all out there so when he does his call to the altar on Sunday when he goes to church to ask for forgiveness when it's really bullshit, at least you'll know why he's crying. Listen. Listen. Folks need to stop being so nice to these people. You understand? All those niceties, all those pleasantries, allow them to act out. Call them out. Force them to live the lives that they claim they live. Force it. Force it. You understand? Because these people are posers and liars. Force it. You say you such a Christian. Well, y'all had y'all first baby in January, but y'all got married this August. Sounds like to me y'all had a little premarital relation. So when did you decide to really become a Christian? Before or after you married her and made an honest woman out of her? So it's okay for you to have babies out of wedlock, but then you want to vilify everybody else doing it? Okay. So it's okay for you to live your life and be free, but nobody else can't be free. Got it. Y'all hear that, America? You hear that, constituents? He can be free, but you can't. That's how you need to have conversations with people. That's how you need to do it. That's how you need to do it. Trust me on this. When you talk to them in that way, it changes things. Maybe people start to hear things. And then you need to trick people into things too. Look at the audience. Hey, how many Republicans out here? How many registered Republicans? And they go and raise their hand. And you go, okay, great. Now I know where all the really poor, stupid people are. Call them out. And then say, if you got in your feelings about what I said to you, good. You should have got in your feelings. Because what I said to you is what this guy says about you behind closed doors. You just don't get to hear it. That's all. I just said to you what this guy who's a registered Republican says about each and every one of you registered Republicans out here. Every day behind closed doors. That's what they say. That's what he says about you. And he'll say I'm lying. And I'll tell him that I actually have a camera phone recording of him saying it. Video. So I want you to call me a lie so I can roll the beam footage. That's how you play these people. You understand? That's how you deal with these people. Until folks start talking to these people in that way, Democrats are going to continue to have a tough time. Like outright have real conversations with folks. Hey, ain't it harder for you to feed your kids? Don't you feel like you're making less money now that you make more money than you used to make? Let me show you why. Because this guy right here voted to keep you poor and to make it so that your employer can throw whatever they want to at you and you have to take it. That Utah governor, he's a mess right along with the rest of them. I don't listen to that shit. Yep. Hey, listen, Kirby. I'm telling you, Democrats need to get into rolling that beautiful bean footage. Real shit. Start calling stuff out. Because until you call it out, they want to be ridiculous. That's ridiculous too. But if that's what we got to do to get people to see, hey, be ridiculous. You got to be more ridiculous than the ridiculous people that you're trying to match the energy of. Real talk. Yep, the guy who did that to Charlie was MAGA. And that's why I told y'all, MAGA, you're not going to hear much from them about this until they're giving their marching orders about what the rhetoric's supposed to be. Because remember, he was supposed to be trans. The shooter was, the person who did it was supposed to be trans. They were supposed to be a liberal. Want me to tell you how I knew it was MAGA? It was no fucking way a liberal was going to be in a sea of that shit. All them people at that event, fuck nah. That's some conservative shit. That's some hardcore conservative shit. So I knew whoever it was a hardcore conservative. They were either for the cause or against it. And he was against a cause. He was still indoctrinated. But I knew that. Kathy, I'm the person that tells you to cut the edges off my sandwich. Lightly toasted, little bit of mayo, Kathy. Bye. I told you I don't talk to conservative women. You can't ask me no questions. You can't ask me no questions. Y'all think I'm joking, but every time y'all pop up with your bad filters, lack of sunscreen, I am either myself or one of the admins. We not playing that. And I just don't waste any time on it. We're not the same people. I'm 50. And some of them be like 40. And I'll be like, then why you got that thick ass filter over that avatar picture? Let me really see that skin, sis. Because you got me wanting to go to the Coach bag store to look at old vintage Coach bags after looking at that picture. I'm like, don't play with me. Say Kirk was mediocre. Oh, Charlie Kirk was mediocre. But he knew how to tap into some shit. Oh, hey, Lionel, you're 52. Listen. This is why I tell people lotion is our friend. Real shit. That my mama always told me that. She said the largest organ on your body is your skin. Moisturize that shit. Drink your water and use your lotion. Here go my water right here. Oh, the whole family is MAGA? Oh, so the whole family is indoctrinated. Okay. No surprise there. No surprise there. No surprise there. Now, I want y'all to hear something because I saw this video that's on TikTok, right? Where this guy is talking about how the issue with the president, it's obvious that there's something else going on here and we're not getting, I believe this person is a doctor, I think, but I'm not sure. But listen to this. I want y'all to just hear this real quick. Listen.
Suffered a stroke, and I don't even think he knows it yet. He went out for a 9/11 remembrance today with his wife Melania. This was just moments ago. I was just watching it live, and what I'm seeing is one of the major stroke symptoms, facial drooping. Look at this video. This is from Washington Post, and you can go on YouTube and watch this live video. You can see that the right side of Trump's face is drooping down. This is one of the clear signs of a stroke. B FAST is the acronym that we use to look for signs, and F is the facial drooping.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
And there's more, because yesterday, Trump posted a video about Charlie Kirk. People were saying this video is AI edited, and it did not look like him at all.
Devoted his life to the cause of open debate.
Was his stroke yesterday? Did somebody in the White House notice this? President?
So there is some drooping that's happening. That's why I wanted to put up this picture. There's something going on with the president. There's something, and that video that they did put out, it was certainly some AI editing done to it. You could tell. You could tell. But there's something going on with him that the White House is not being honest and transparent about. And frankly, we need to know. We need to know, how fit is the president for office? Real talk, because I know JD over there rubbing his hands like, any moment now. You know, JD can't wait. JD can't wait. Ever since Mama Musk left, Daddy Don, little JD been itching to be in a position of authority. And so, if he can get it, man, JD gonna act a pure D fool. I agree Trump was never fit for office. I agree with that. He was never fit for office. But isn't it ironic how everything that Trump said Biden was, Trump is too? That's the richest part of all of this shit. Is that his body is literally breaking down day by day, moment by moment, right in front of our faces. Every day. Every day. Bruh, oh, say it again, Kim. Bruh, oh. Okay? Bruh, oh. And so, Trump wasn't this old when he ran the first time. But he old now. And also, it has to be the stress of a lot of these things that he's had to go through the last couple of the years. A lot of stress. And stress ages you. Stress also causes sickness. He got to pay that E. Jean Curl $83 million. The appeals court said, no, you're going to run that woman her money. So now he got to go back to, he going to go back to MAGA again, hustle up some more. Hold on for a second. Hey, T. Sims. It's YOU''RE, beloved. If you're going to try to check me, you got to get the grammar right. I got to boot you just on that. And I was upset that in that avatar, I saw a gym picture where you had like the tank top on and the weightlifting belt, but I didn't see no muscles. But okay. All right. But hey, everybody does what they need to do for them. I just was looking for, I guess maybe, I know what it is. It's what my trainer calls muscles. Like they're underneath layers of other things, you call them muscles. See? Yeah, he has muscles. Not muscles, muscles. Okay? Oh, no problem, Maribel. I'm about to wrap up Maribel anyway. Because I have some domestic things to do. Do you hear that, conservative women of TikTok? Yeah. Yep, muscles. It's like Popeye used to say it. Don't touch my muscles. That's me. That's how, when I saw that picture, I said, oh, hold up. Not a gym photo, but there are no muscles nowhere. Okay, what are we doing? We just work out to get out the house, huh? We just go to the gym to get out the house. We're not looking for any results at all. We just want to get out of the house. You know what I mean? Everything's just, let's just get on out the house. That's all we care about. Yeah, they too young for Popeye. You're right, Onyx. Everybody won't know about Popeye. You're absolutely correct. Lionel said, I got muscles. I know that's right, Lionel. But that other guy I had to send packing, he had a whole 1 pack. I saw it. It was just 1 pack of something. There was no 6-pack in sight, except if maybe you talk maybe Coca-Cola. You know, I told y'all that's why so many guys get so triggered when I talk about Trump, because they see themselves in him. They see their big back, they see their legs, their ankles, everything. And so they get mad with me. Yeah, they got a whole 1 pack. I remember I used to tell my trainer that. I used to tell my trainer, listen, I have a 6-pack of abs. It's just up under this 1 pack. You got to see the vision. You have to see the vision. And your inability to see the vision means you don't believe in me, coach. But there's a six-pack under here. You just got to believe. You know what I mean? Let me lay down a little bit and crunch my stomach up. You said Trump couldn't hold water and ruin their press conference. I was hollering. Talking about today, I just crack up that Trump decided to be breaking news. You know what I mean? I'm like, the president is being a news anchor now. Now he doing breaking fucking news. He supposed to be doing something. He supposed to be working. He should be bringing down the price of fucking eggs. But no. No, he's too busy wanting to be a part-time anchor on Fox News. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, bruh, you need to do something about these grocery prices, these housing prices. But y'all see that Trump said he doesn't care about bringing America together, fixing America. He said he don't care about that. He finally said the quiet part out loud. Trump running for office was about Trump staying out of prison. He never gave a fuck about nobody in America. All he cares about is Donald Trump. Nobody else. And MAGA, you need to wake up because you're going to lose everything trying to tow water for this guy. Oh, yeah, you're right, Birdman. Give him 24 hours. He'll fix it. It's always that, ain't it? It's always, to hear Trump, he fixed so many wars. Gas is the cheapest it's ever been. Your groceries are going down. And I'm going, please give me some of what he's having because bruh is having a damn good time. I want to have as good of a time as this guy's having because he's on a whole nother fucking planet. You understand? Take me with you, bruh. Because the planet I'm on, shit is still expensive. So take me wherever you are where shit is cheap. Because in my world, it's not cheap. And I'm tired of hearing him say it. And his cabinet says it too. Say it again. Boy, you still on that yak? He on something. Because it doesn't make any sense. It's just the ramblings of an old guy. That's lit. Oh, and then I want to tell y'all, hold up, as I wrap up now, I got to tell y'all something. That damn bread maker I ordered from the TikTok shop, I told y'all that I still haven't gotten. Oh, I still haven't gotten it. But I do have an update. TikTok shop had marked it as delivered yesterday. I was like, now wait a whole fucking minute. I did not get a bread maker yesterday. And I haven't gotten a bread maker today either. And my mailbox is too small to fit a whole fucking bread maker. So they're like talking about wait 24 hours. Checking these other places to see and check with you. I'm not doing all that shit. Because my neighbors would have brought it to me if they got my bread maker package. I think somebody at the post office stole it. Because remember, I told y'all they had been saying it was 10 miles from me for the last 5 days. So I put in something today to return it. I said it had missing parts because they wouldn't let me select that it wasn't delivered because somebody claimed they delivered it when they didn't. So what did I do? They let you attach pictures. So I put in a description saying I never received it. So I never got it. And then I took a picture of me at my porch pointing like, there's no bread maker here. Then I took a picture at my front door pointing like, there's no bread maker here. Then a picture at my kitchen counter pointing, no bread maker there. Like, get the fuck out of here. Somebody at that fucking post office stole my bread maker. But TikTok gonna give me my fucking money back. Point blank, period. I never got it. I'm like, yo. And I'm like, I feel, y'all know how much I've been looking forward to this damn bread maker. Only to not get it. Man, I sure did the picture pointing. What they say? At first I did a video, but then I found out after I did the video, it would have no sound. So I redid it with pictures because I told y'all I'm petty. Especially when it's my money. Oh no. When you talk about my cash, my chips and dip. Oh, I'm real petty then. I'm real petty then. Somebody at that fucking post office stole my fucking bread maker. In Upper Marlboro at that. It was at the Upper Marlboro facility because that's where my bread maker sat for 5 days. While they tried to figure out how they would make it look like it got delivered. How can the post office? Well, I think I have a tracking number. I'm gonna use that tracking number. I didn't buy it through my bank. I think I did it through. Let me double check because I might have. Because if that's the case, I'll put in a dispute with my bank. Because I think I did it through PayPal, which I can put in a dispute with PayPal to say I never got it. I know that. I know I can do it there. No, it's at the port of Shaniqua's countertop in her house. Some bitch at the post office stole my fucking bread maker. I hate people so much. I had plans for that bed maker, you know? Most of my packages go through Forestville. And I know where that location is. I know where it is. I'm gonna go look tonight to see which account I paid for that bread maker from. Because I'm mad. I wanted to make bread. So I'm in my feelings because I kind of wanted to order it again, but I'm not going to order it from the same shop I ordered it from before. I'm like, nope, I don't trust you. So it has to be from a different vendor because, nope. Because I never, it's been close to a month. Close to a month. Not Trump's face still buffering. Listen, I want to show y'all something as I'm starting to wrap up because I thought this was funny. Y'all remember I went to the dentist the other day and I had that numbing? Listen, America. Okay? The internet is undefeated. The internet is just undefeated. You can't beat, nothing is better than, this is why Hollywood keeps losing. Because nothing's better than reality, right? Nothing is. I thank you all for joining me this afternoon. I appreciate you being here. Listen, if you like the lives, understand I do unfiltered lives over on Patreon. The link is in my profile. We had a great time over there this morning. I put the recordings up on Patreon because I'm giving people a preview of it so they can watch, see the types of lives that I do over in the Patreon environment. Come on over and check it out and listen. You will enjoy it. I'll be back tomorrow morning because this is my last week of doing lives every day. Y'all know starting next week, I do lives like 3 days a week. And then I got some special lives that I do on I said not on TikTok, on Patreon. But those are unfiltered because I got shit to say that I can't say on Patreon. On TikTok. And we had a great discussion this morning on Patreon about Charlie Kirk. Oh, Lionel, enjoy your Philippines trip. Hey, Lionel, you ain't going to the Philippines to get yourself a wife, is you? Look, Lionel, I'm asking questions. Because you know the Trump administration not going to let you bring her back. I'm just keeping it all the way above. What you going to do, Lionel? Yeah, the link is in my bio. You can watch the podcast. I have a Straight No Chaser podcast. The new episode came out Wednesday. I got another new episode. I'm probably going to record it in the morning because I want to talk about the political rhetoric and the violence, and I'm going to do some discussion on that. Thank you so much, Amber. I appreciate it. Okay, no wife. All right, okay, Lionel, you good. I was just checking. You saw me looking at you, Lionel. I was like this. I'm watching you, Lionel. Making sure you ain't trying, because you're going to get over there and get your feelings hurt, try to bring her back home, and Trump going to be like, that would be a no. That is a no. You know, they don't like everybody, you know. But I want to say first, thank you for the 71,000 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 138 shares. I appreciate that. Y'all know I appreciate you. Listen, I'm going to tell you something that's really important. I'm on YouTube too. All my links, Trey, click the link in my profile. That's my website. And on my website, it just has all my links. Every platform that I'm on, my storefront, everything. Everything's there. So just, you can go check that out. And it has everything that you're looking for. I also put all of my TikTok lives on YouTube every day. So that's where you can find those. But my Patreon lives are only on Patreon. They are nowhere else. Because those are the full Monty. Okay? I can talk about what the hell I want and not have to be censored by certain things. Okay? So thank you so much, Blue Age. I appreciate that. I love you guys. I appreciate it. On the way out, I want to do a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I always do this. I thank you. I thank all of you, but I always make sure that I do this as well. Number 1, beautiful sisterly sage advice. Thank you so much for joining, beautiful. I appreciate you. Number 2, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Thank you so much, beautiful, and thank you for the help with the moderation. Number 3, beautiful Arepa Shai. Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate it. Number 4, beautiful Kim. Thank you so much, Kim, and thank you for helping out with the moderation this afternoon. Number 5, beautiful Trail. Thank you so much, beautiful, and a special shout out to number 6, Kimmy 1937. Thank you so much, beautiful. I also wanted to remind you all, for those of you that participate in our monthly movie discussion, I'm closing that post tonight about suggestions for September movies. So you got until the end of, tonight to make your suggestions, because the poll goes up tomorrow with all of the suggestions. So we can make a determination about what we gonna watch. Okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you. Just make sure you go, put your suggestions in there. Don't forget what I told you about the market research stuff. I don't know about y'all, but I've been getting plenty of shit in my mailbox that I'm completing. Okay? Just so y'all know, it's too much stuff out here. It's too much money out here to be made from this market research stuff to avoid it. Do I know any anti-Trump comedians? No, because I don't follow comedians just because of anti-Trump rhetoric. I'm keeping it all the way a buck with you. I just listen. Honestly, I like really a lot of old school comedy more than anything. And of course I like Dave Chappelle. I still love me some Chris Rock, but I listen to a lot of old stuff. Rudy Ray Moore, Richard Pryor, I'm seeing him, George Carlin, the guy that used to write for Richard Pryor when he was still, y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't think of my man, but I can see his face. That's the stuff that I listen to. I don't really listen to most of the new stuff. Because most of the new stuff ain't that. I'm not saying it's not funny comedians out here. I like that Ali guy. Yeah, Paul Mooney. I like Paul. I still listen to Paul. That Sadiq. That Sadiq guy, he's good. He's funny. He's funny. Yep, George Carlin was that dude. But I love and appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow morning. Listen, and like I tell you all the time, what do I always tell you? Don't you let nobody live rent-free in your head, anybody. Don't feed the trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. I love you guys. Stay safe tonight. Peace. I'll see you in the morning. Love ya. Have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.